No funny business.
Bingo.
Not enough folks value keeping the old CPU sharp anymore.
The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
I've been meaning to put Earl's case to bed for a while now. You're up for it. So, what's your take on the case, Ellie?
On Earl? Well, he didn't have any enemies, that's for sure. Someone would have to notice you're alive first.
And Earl didn't exactly have the charisma to inspire any crimes of passion. So what's that leave us?
I don't know, Nick. It can't be the Institute, right? The Marty
Guess we'll just
Bullfinch
have to
case.
see.
Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time.
Well, Marty and I never exactly saw eye to eye. Mostly because he was usually passed out on the barroom floor.
Aw, come on, Nick. Think of the good times.
What? Quit?
That's the one I'm thinking of. You've really gone through a lot, haven't you? Hope you and Nick find that monster. You two be careful.
Word of advice. Never call your mother a simp, unless she really is one. Yikes.
Got a minute? Drinks on me.
I've always got a minute for a free drink.
Well, pull up a chair then. You gonna sit down?
Look, Scava, I ain't buying anything.
Hi.
I've still got a question for you. I'm in town looking for Henry Cook. Do you know where I might find him?
Sorry. I barely know the guy.
If you say so. I'll probably see you around town. Bye.
Keep walking.
Don't let the stress of life kill you. Relax with some cans.
No one knew Earl better than these folks. Ought to ask around, see what people know.
I wanted so much more from my
Hey,
life than
Vadim.
this.
Good to see returning customers. Most die. You let me know if you need a drink.
Earl Sterling used to work here, right?
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, terrible with women, mind you. Bull in china shop with them. You with Valentine's detective agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hired you people. Here, I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but yell at me for asking about it. Anyway, you look like you need a drink.
You staying out of trouble?
You are checking up on me? I love it. Now, do not worry. I have cut ties with anyone who might try to kill me over debts. All is well, friend. Relax.
Not today.
Fine, fine.
Whatever you want, I ain't got time.
I'll start in here. Why don't you check out the living room? Must be some hint where that boy ran off to. For all the talk, I put the chances of this being an Institute snatch job somewhere between 0 and none. Think about it. Earl Sterling, local assistant bartender. Why not manage it himself? Lord knows the dean weird behavior doesn't make anyone bat an eyelash. Nothing over here. And Earl had lousy people skills. Might score the Institute some points in the last person you'd ever suspect category. But why not snatch someone with charm? Someone who could get you what you want. Earl could barely get you a drink by closing on a busy night. So where's that leave us? No known enemies. Wasn't much for the great outdoors, so likely not raiders or mutants. No, this all screams accident. Now, what was Earl into that might have gotten him in this kind of trouble? Hello. Hey, come here. I think I found something. I've been a receipt from the Mega Surgery Center, huh? I wonder what the good doctors have to say about that.
Doctor.
New patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Do you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery cellar. Probably just had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Anyway, we should get back to your immediate medical requirements.
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? You're talking about Earl, aren't you? You can't honestly think... You know what? Fine. If it'll put the matter to rest. Here. Go see for yourself. But if I find one instrument out of place, you'll be getting the bill.
You there. We need to talk.
What's the problem?
The problem is that I've learned that you killed my son Nelson. Is this true?
I'm not sure. I don't always get the names of everyone I kill.
My son's death is a joke to you? You son of a bitch. We'll see who has the last laugh.
Got too much dirt in that hair? Get it trimmed. You won't regret it.
Where'd all this blood come from? Goes right into the basement.
Oh, Earl. You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
Yeah. You fixed things, all right. Fixed yourself for some time in a Diamond City jail cell.
Jail cell? You don't get it, do you? Doc Crocker isn't going to jail. He's going to go back to his surgery, where people love him. And they love him because Doc Crocker never loses patience. He just makes people happy.
You made a mistake, but you can still do the right thing, Doctor. Just think this through.
Drop the weapon, Doc. Haven't enough people suffered today?
You're right. There's one thing I can do. Only one thing is going to make this all better. I can fix anything.
Well, I think
What's going on here? Is that Dr. Crocker? I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Take a look around for yourself. You'll figure it out.
That's Earl Sterling's body, isn't it? Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew he had gone through with the surgery. So, Earl didn't just vanish. The procedure went badly, and Dr. Crocker was just trying to cover it up.
What are you gonna do now, Doctor?
Now, I have a report to file, a mess to clean up, and a lot of explanations to give to our patients. You should get going. A medical professional should be the one to handle all this contamination.
can't blame ourselves. That man decided to die.
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open.
Guess we ought to give her the news.
So, you two find out where Earl Sterling ran off to?
Why was I looking for Earl Sterling again?
Well, to help the folks down at the Dugout Inn get some closure about their friend, for one. That, plus a pile of caps when it's all said and done.
Earl never went anywhere. Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Crocker killed Earl? Gone as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
Crocker killed himself. He couldn't take the guilt.
Goodness. I'm sorry you two had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the Dugout Inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out.
Hey.
There's something you need?
Wait there.
I'll stay
Come
put.
on. Nick.
You got time to talk now?
What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh no, nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
So, who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth. Authentic Institute handiwork. But I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. A local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
I tried to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established, but the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Hey.
I'm listening. Do something for you?
I wanted to make sure things were okay, between you and me.
I'd say we're pretty darn good, considering what we're up against. But there's always more good to be done.
Your thoughts?
Always another case to close.
That was all I had.
Well, all right.
You old bucket of bolts, it's Marty. I know it's been a while, but I came across a little mystery I thought might get your circuits firing. You remember that ugly grasshopper statue on top of Faneuil Hall? Turns out it's got a note in it. A note written by the son of one Shem Drown. I don't expect that name means anything to you, but the guy was a coppersmith. Way back when folks did shit like that. Apparently, this note leads straight to the old guy's stash. I don't know what's in it, but I'd sure like to know if it's still there. I'm gonna go do a little recon on the hall. If you decide you want to get the team back together, you let me know.
Do all you outsiders wear such funny clothes?
Well, hello.
You shoot people, lady? My dad says outsiders shoot people.
Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Hey, Daisy. Glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl? Didn't I see you on a date with Browski the other day?
He wishes.
All right. We're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lordhead. Let's stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Hancock! Of the people, for the people!
Hancock knows what's what. Always does.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
I see you looking round the corner. Come on inside.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for MacReady? He's in the back room.
God, I love this song.
To feel like a stranger. 'Cause we're all a little strange.
Sweet Pip
Can't
Boys.
say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, MacReady.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, MacReady. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the Atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
A couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. That's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound you'd think they were a cult or something. Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but I never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. And frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
Hold on. What kind of risk are you talking about?
I already told you way too much. Need to learn to keep my big mouth shut. Look, I'm tired of playing 20 questions. So I'll cut you a deal right now. 250 caps. Up front. And there's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
Everything's negotiable. Would you take 200?
You drive a hard bargain. But you just bought yourself an extra gun. All right, boss. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Damn, I forgot to pick up that motor oil for you, Valentine.
Cute, MacReady. You come up with that all on your own?
Better keep your iron strapped on.
Excuse me, miss?
Well, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I loved the song. It was perfect.
There ain't nothing like real jazz.
Oh, well, thank you. A girl tries her best. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. I think I know a fellow performer when I see one. You're good with your words. Know just the right thing to say at the right time. So what brings a woman like you to my part of town?
I came here for the music.
Flatterer. I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Oh, really? Go on.
You, me, an evening walk under the streetlights.
And then what?
Music.
I knew you were something special, all right. Let me get my coat.
Let's get out of here.
Let me get my coat.
Yeah?
I haven't been out on the town in too long. Thank you. I'm afraid my first love is always going to be the stage, though. I hope you understand. I just can't get too attached. I'll see you around, good neighbor. When I'm up there singing, I'll be thinking of you.
What? No, it can't. It's you! From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Wait, are you from Vault Tech?
I am Vault Tech. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that possible?
The Vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault Tech never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
Are there any other ghouls out there from before?
You mean Crazy Kent and Nothing Bothers Me Daisy? Yeah, there's a couple of us. But no one from the neighborhood. No one from Vault Tech. They just left me there.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement, once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault Tech sales experience.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
Hi.
You want a room? Claire runs the desk. Give her something to do besides breathing down my neck.
Hey there.
Oh man, someone new! You need some jet, man? Home-brewed, reasonable prices?
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might be perfect. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world. You get me something, I pay you 200 caps.
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Not good enough. You said there's already a crew of mercs there.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
Good neighbor's full of chem addicts. You have plenty of money to fund this job.
Okay. You got me. Yeah! 400, that's all I can put out.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
Before you even start, let's skip to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand establishment. We even had guests that didn't throw up all over the floor. But now the only people who come by are looking for somewhere to nurse a hangover or shoot up chems. So, still want a room?
Who owns this place?
Mr. Morawski. Oh, you should have seen him in his day. This place used to be flowing with high-end chems, beautiful clients, and oh, the parties. But now he just stews in the back office and disgraces his parents' memory. I swear, if they knew how far he's fallen, they'd die all over again. So why don't you rent a room before I get worked up?
Tell me more about this Morawski character.
Oh, why bother? He's worthless. The other big names caught him with his pants down, and now he just has this ratty hotel. That's the way Good Neighbor operates. The strong make it to the top until someone stronger kicks them down. Now, are you buying this room or not?
Tell me a bit about yourself, Claire.
I have been working in this hotel for over 40 years, and this is not how I imagined spending my retirement. Now, are you done being nosy, or are you getting a room?
I'll think about it.
Oh, I'll just cross you off the waiting list then.
I just clean up around here.
Hey there. You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you going to hang out in the
What do you
lobby
think of
all
the place?
day again, or are you actually going to go down and do some
Seems
work?
like my kind of place.
Bit of a rough town, but beats cowering behind the walls of Diamond City, that's for damn sure.
Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
Where's the fun?
I'm usually here or drinking that swill Charlie slinging at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
What's the job?
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
I assume this is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps? And some of the beer. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood. What about hazard pay?
Fair point. 300 caps. Plus beer. You gonna take the job?
Have you seen how many super mutants are out there?
You drive a hard bargain. 400 caps. Plus beer. But that's all I can do. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Isn't brewing equipment gonna be kind of large?
Usually it is, but apparently this machine has been miniaturized, so that shouldn't be a problem. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
Yeah? Running from something? Welcome home.
Lady, I need to be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right
now. Calling all Silver Shroud fans.
In case you're
I got an
wondering,
urgent mission.
the Diamond
If
City
you're a
Raiders
true
like
fan,
savage
stop by
hounds.
the Memory
Short
Den
hell
to
didn't
talk to
act.
Ken Conley.
That's right.
The Silver Shroud needs you.
In this town, they got another thing coming.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scully Square.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma. Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud vs. Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man-to-Man combined.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Wasn't he a caveman?
Yeah, that's the one. They found him in an iceberg off the harbor. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
It seems like people are finally rebuilding and recovering from the nuclear war.
Maybe in some parts, like Diamond City, but over here, we got a ways to go. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise you'll help me.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
got a reason to be bothering me. I just had to shoot up a synth body snatcher over here.
He was a synth?
Yeah, unbelievable, huh? Sammy was fine a few days ago, and then bam! He's acting funny, gives up cigarettes, the booze, stops cheating on his wife. I mean, the man wasn't a saint, but he was who he was, you know. The Institute ain't got no right to replace him with a synth double. Look, we gotta clean up here. You keep close to you and yours, all right?
Hey, just your friendly... Yes?
I don't think...
Let's play, little human!
What's that? Feed to the devil.
Something out there.
Watch yourself.
I don't think we're alone. Anyone you walk away from. I hope.
Someone there?
Want this to be the last mug you see?